In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a parts list to your drawing, which will include materials and specific dimensions. And I'm also going to show you how to use the Baloon tool to label a specific view on your drawing. Once you have dimensioned your drawing and added any titles, then you can go ahead and add a parts list. Now the parts list, if you're under the Annotate tab, is here. We're going to click on parts list. It's going to ask me to select the view. I'm going to go any one of these will do for the view. You could select this, which is a different part, but we're just going to go with this one here, which is made up of multiple parts. This is only one single body. So we're going to select the view there, and then we're going to click OK. It's going to give me a box that I can add. I'm just going to place this over here with a little bit of room to expand on the right hand side, which you'll see why in a minute. Now you'll see firstly that the text is quite small, so I'm going to come over to the left here and highlight parts list, and then right click it and then go down to edit parts list style. Once you've done that, it might take a few seconds just to come up, but we're going to change the font size. So here's all the styles that you could change, and it's already highlighted parts list here. All right, so we're going to now come into title and change that to label text, which yours is probably under note text. We're going to change it to label text. If yours is under note, change it all to label and to label. Mine's already changed and set there, so it's actually going to be about this big. Yours will be a lot smaller before you change it. Okay, now coming up to this, you now want to kind of notice that all your part numbers are labeled as you originally labeled your solids earlier, much earlier on, and that's really, really helpful. Instead of them being called solid 1, solid 2, solid 3. So that's why it's so important to do that when we originally had our single part. Now we want to change this around a bit, so I'm going to double click on the side here, and you can come up to this left button, which is called column chooser. And under here, we're now going to assign some different things. So you've got item, quantity, part number, and description already listed on here. I think one thing that's really nice to add is materials. So we've already assigned materials, so let's put that in. And then once you've highlighted it here, click over here, and it's added it. It will add it to the end. We want it probably before the description, so I'm going to click move up. Now another thing which is nice to add is the dimensions, which don't automatically come across, but I'm going to show you how to bring them in by adding new properties. So we're going to click on new property, and we're going to click here, and we're going to add in length. Now they write them on the left here, all the titles all in capitals. So I'm going to put my capital lock on and write in length and press return. And then click another one to add width, click return, and add another one to add thickness, and click return, and now click OK. And now that's put all of those at the end. I'm going to move it up. It's up to you, however you want to do it. Okay, so then I can click OK, and then you'll see here it is. In fact, description is only really needed if you want to add something that you want to say. For instance, I'm going to put in here the support bracket is 3D printed. Oh, it's all under capital still, so let's take the caps lock off and do that again. 3D printed, not. There we go, and maybe this one as well. And it's showing it now as blue to show that you've added this detail in yourself. Don't want to return, we just want to have it like that. Okay, and then we can click apply, and you can see what it looks like. So that's quite nice. We've got our table of column here. So I'm going to move, I think I'll just pick it up from the corner here and move it over, and pick it up from the corner here like that, and move it roughly into place. If you want to make some of these bigger, so this part here, you grab the left hand column like that. If you want to shift them over, you grab the right hand column like that. So we're just going to make the length thickness, so we set it up nicely. Maybe we can bring the item quantity in one. So now you can see the item numbers, see how many of each one we want, the name of them. We can make that bit slightly bigger if you, there we go, that's pretty good. The material, see this one is generic because we couldn't quite assign that. So let's just go in, I don't know why it was doing that before. Let's just go in and change that to acrylic. Apply, okay, there it is, acrylic. The feet are PET plastic. We could also change this to PLA if we wanted to make so many changes. All right, so that's now kind of like, there we go, that's looking nice now. We haven't got these lengths thicknesses in yet. Now, what's really nice about this is we can now start to label up which parts are which by adding a balloon. So this part here is called balloon. So now, by clicking that title, if I come down and I click on the side here, you'll see, and then double click again, you'll see it's added number 3, and number 3 is side 2, and it's plywood and a finish. Let's go down and click on this part here, and you want to think about how to kind of align these. Double click, there we go. Number 8, you can see that is phone holder acrylic. Now you won't. I don't think you can just click in the middle of a material, so it doesn't work out. It has to be a line. So we're going to click on all of these now. You can see it gets a bit funny, so I'm going to click continue. You can see how it got a bit funny there. That side. Now, what has it done there? Has it done the top? Let's have a look. That's done 4 because you can actually see I missed that line and I hit this line belonging to this part here. So I'm just going to go back and try that one again, making sure I've got balloon. Zoom in. There we go. Click that line. There we go. That's number 2 now. Double click. We can't actually see the 3D printed part. So if you wanted, you could come down and select this part here and click on that's probably the best view to see that 3D printed part, and click that as number 6. We can click on the shelf. And we can click on the base. I think that is all our different parts. We've got base, we've got the side 2 and 3, we've got the top, we've got the shelf, we've got the support bracket. We only really see one at the moment. The phone holder, the feet, which you can't see on here, so we can click that here and see that that is the feet, and the inserts, which you can't see here. They are. Let's come up and see if we can click on them. There we go. All right, so now you've labeled up your different parts, and you can see all the dimensions. Now, this is probably enough for a cutting list. For somebody to make this, it's probably enough without the length, width, and thickness. But in another video later on, I'll show you how to add these in a sneaky way using the nesting tool.